Howdy, hi. It is Dear Job Sports MLB Rundown picks and predictions for Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. We're looking at the bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, we have to recap the previous day's results. On the day, we go 4-4, bringing our season record to 200 and 219. I'm going to recap these games today, and then we'll get on to the picks for tomorrow. Interesting day in baseball where we went 1-1 in every single game we bet. We either hit the money line, lost the over-under, or hit the over-under and lost the money line. Don't think I've ever done that before. So, new stuff happens every day. So I'm going to recap these. First game, it was the Pirates and the Reds. We had the Pirates plus 110 on the money line. They actually outperformed the Reds by a fair margin. The 3-1 final scoreline doesn't really do it justice. Pittsburgh, 3 runs on 9 hits. Cincinnati, 1 run on 4 hits. Brady Singer kind of got roughed up. He went 5 innings, walked 4 batters, gave up 5 hits, gave up 2 earned runs. Shout out, however, to Andrew Heaney. He pitched pretty well, and then the Pirates bullpen gets the largest shout out. They went 4 innings of 1 hit, 0 earned run baseball. That is fantastic, especially for a Pirates bullpen who has been atrocious the entire season. We then had the Tampa Bay Rays and Houston Astros over 8.5 runs. That one cashes. Tampa Bay almost hit this by themselves. Final score, Houston 4, Tampa Bay 8, 17 total hits in this game. 3 errors by Houston, which would prove to be semi-costly. Hunter Brown, he just kind of got hit for a lot, though. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 earned runs. So shout out to Tampa Bay for getting the dub. We the over 8 runs in the Orioles and the Brew Crew game. This one went to extras. Probably should have lost this one on the money line and the over/under, but the Brew Crew were at least able to bring it back in extras. Final score: Baltimore 8, the Brewers 4. Baltimore, I think it was a grand salami. Oh, no, it wasn't a grand salami. It was a 3-run bomb in the top of the 11th inning by Adley Rutschman. Before that, it was a Jackson Holiday single, which brought in a run, then making it no longer a grand salami. So that's Baltimore's first win in forever. How many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games. I think that's their first win since they fired their coach. I'm almost positive. So shout out to Baltimore. We then had the Mets plus 130 on the money line. They win their game against Boston. They avoid the sweep. That was the entire angle. It also helps when Garrett Crochet got kind of lit up. He went 5 innings, only gave up 1 earned run, but his pitch count was so high he just couldn't go any farther in the game. Then we had a Liam Hendricks come on for 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 hits and 3 earned runs. So shout out to 1, Garrett Crochet for not being able to go deep into the game, and 2, Liam Hendricks for being horrible. So Mets win on the money line. Who actually did the damage for the Mets? Francisco Lindor, he did pretty good. He had a home run. Juan Soto went 0 for 3 with an RBI because he had a walk. Pete Alonso didn't do shit. And Brett Beatty had 3 hits. So shout out to you, Brett Beatty. Okay, now the losers, Pirates and the Reds. Reds only had 4 hits, so that over never stood a chance of winning. Astros minus 1.5. Hunter Brown got wrecked, and they only scored 4 runs. So tough to lay 1.5 when your pitcher gives up 8 runs. We the Brewers minus 125. I'm still okay with this bet. The Orioles prior to today had lost 8 games in a row, and they look like probably the second or third worst team in baseball. So laying minus 125, I was okay with. Then we had the over 7.5 runs in the Mets and the Red Sox game. They only scored 6. The Red Sox 6 hits. The Mets had 10. So 16 total hits to get 7.5. I'd probably do that again. But both teams just not able to get the ball across the home run line. Okay, that is how we go 4-4. Let's get on to the picks for tomorrow. First game we're looking at, it is the Rangers and the Yankees. I'm going to take the Rangers plus 140 on the money line. I think this price is absolutely absurd. You get a pretty decent sized gap in pitching, and the Rangers have been hitting the ball better as of late. They were struggling big time for a while, but but they've been able to put up a reasonable amount of runs in their previous games. They scored 3, 2, 4, 5, 3, 8, 1, 4. So they have actually been able to get guys across the plate, and they have Nathan Eovaldi on the mound, 4-2 on the season, 61 innings pitched, 65 strikeouts, only 8 walks to 65 Ks. That is a fantastic rate. He's also only given up 3 home runs on the season. His most recent games, he has given up 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. That is 5 games he's given up 2 total runs. And he's gone late into the games too. 5 2/3, 7 innings pitched, 6 innings pitched, 6 innings pitched, 6 innings pitched. He's a beast. Then on the other side of things, you're looking at Carlos Rodon, 5-3 on the season. His recent game log also solid, giving up 1 earned, 4 earned, 0 earned, and 2 earned. So you have 2 guys pitching pretty decently well. Weather will be something to watch here. Apparently the wind is going to be like 12 miles an hour out. So that is the only reason I'm taking the over. There's a chance we just see a home run fest with a bunch of good bats in the lineup. So 2 good pitchers plus wind out. I am going to lean towards the over. It's only at 7.5. Yankee Stadium is kind of a joke if you're going to right field. So give me the Rangers plus 140. Give me the over 7.5 runs. Next game we're looking at, it is the Padres and the Blue Jays. I'm going to take the Padres minus 110 on the money line. And I'm going to take the over of 8.5 runs. Padres have been on a big slump. They've lost 5 games in a row. In this previous game in this Blue Jay series, they lost game 1, 3-0. They lost game 2, 14-0. I think this is kind of like a New York Mets angle today. They are not trying to lose their 6th game in a row and get swept in back-to-back series against the Mariners and the Blue Jays. So I think they get up for this one. Also, they have Stephen Kolek on the mound, 2-1 with a 2.33 ERA, 19 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, 5 walks, only 3 home runs given up. He is coming off of a bad start. He was at home versus Seattle. He gave up 5 runs in 5 innings pitched, but his previous 2 starts, he was at Colorado, won a complete game shutout at Colorado. Then he was at Pittsburgh, went 5 innings, gave up 0 runs. He's better on the road than he is at home, so I do like him here. And then Bowden Francis, 2-6 on the year with a 5.63 ERA. Everybody prior to this season thought he was going to be really good, but it turns out he sucks because he gives up a ton of hard contact. 46 innings pitched, 36 strikeouts, 13 walks. That is not a good ratio. The real concerning number here, 14 home runs given up. 14. His most recent starts, 4 earned, 3 earned, 4 earned, 7 earned, 3 earned. That's horrible. Home runs in those games, 2, 1, 0, 5, 2, 1. Walks in those games, 2, 2, 1, 0, 1. Strikeouts in those games, 6, 5, 2, 1, 2. Those are not the numbers you want to see at all. Give me the Padres to avoid the sweep with the better pitcher on the mound and the better lineup. Final game here. Come on. Really? 3.5 runs. 3.5. I'm also taking the over just in case the Phillies score 15 runs because they might be able to. There's really not much to say here. You have 2 pitchers on the mound who are horrible. Ranger Suarez might have a 2-0 record, but he has a 5 ERA. You should not be 2-0 with a 5.09 ERA. Then you have Herman Marquez, who is 1-6 with an 8.78 ERA. The fact that this line is 3.5, you are getting 3.5. That's ridiculous. But also give me the over. The Phillies might be able to score 12, 15, 20. What do the Phillies have right now? They're playing currently as I make this video. The Phillies currently have 9 runs in the 7th inning. That's, yeah, they won the first game 9-3. They won the second game 7-4. They're going to win the third. God, this is ugly. The Rockies are so ass. But I'm going to take them here because 3.5 is ridiculous for Major League Baseball. Give me the Rockies. Give me the over. Okay, that is it for me in this video. There is only 3 picks today. The lines for tomorrow are horrible. The other games I didn't look at, The Guardians are plus money against the Tigers, but I feel like I picked the Guardians too much, and I really don't trust the pitcher we have on the mound. It's Sassoni, and I don't think he's any good. The Braves are laying 160 at the Nationals. I don't mind the Nationals, but I can never back Mackenzie Gore as a pitcher because he's awful. And then the Mariners are only laying 135 at the Astros, and the Astros have McCullers on the mound, who has been awful since his return. But also, I can't lay 135 with the Mariners because George Kirby is making his first start of the season. So I can't lay 135 with a pitcher making his first start. So yeah, that is why we only have 3. There is simply nothing else I want to bet on. Okay, that is it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.